It's over. The big year of 2025. My first actual year of creating content. I want to take a moment, look back at all the games I've played, everything that happened over the last year. So let's dive right on into it, my acolytes. To put it lightly, I have been to everywhere in time, from the Metro games to the far future, dark future I may add, of the Warhammer universe to the Borderlands universe. I've been kind of everywhere this year, and I think it makes it a very fun and unique and memorable year if I've been to all these different places, played all these different games, especially the Halloween special this year. Because, wow, that Halloween special was so much fun, and I don't know where to start, so let's go start at the beginning of the year, and then let's go all the way to now. This is game number 1, Metro Last Light. I'm a little fuzzy on what happened. I remember this was the hardest game out of the 3 Metro games. I struggle to remember anything major out of it, but I definitely know my past self enjoyed this one. I think there was a few scares, or am I thinking of the first one? Can't really remember, because the first one and the second one happened very close together, but there was that little time gap, because Metro 2033 was at the end of December, and this one was at the start of January, so I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering both games correctly. But either way, this was a super fun game. That's all I got for this one. Oh wow, I completely forgot I had this game started, whatever. I don't really remember where I was at. I think I was on Godric, where I left off and haven't came back to the game. I feel kind of ashamed for not playing it, but it's not my style of game. I like Elden Ring. I respect the whole Souls community, but it's not my type of game. I mean, respectively, it's fun. I mean, I'm not too crazy into Souls games. I'm more of a hack and slash person. So, Elden Ring was fun. The 2 videos I have on my channel, which is only the part 5, but I'm missing the first 3. You know what? Let's not talk about it. Let's go to the next one. I wanted Space Marine 2 for a while, and I'm so happy I bought it because, oh my god, this was so much fun. There's not been a game, scratch that. There's one later in this recap that I'm enjoying so much currently. But Space Marine 2, the story, I don't remember the story. I mean, that's the common thing with all these ones earlier in the year. I don't really remember what happened. I remember all the crazy stuff, like the thousands upon thousands of Tyranids coming in, and then find chaos later in the story. I mean, I think the chaos could have been a little bit more or something, but otherwise, I mean, it was crazy fun, bloody, and always for the Emperor. I don't really know where to start with Splitgate 2. You know, I thought the beta was fun. There was supposed to be a video on the main game. Never got around to doing it. I think the first one was a good game. I think the second one definitely had potential if the people behind it just, kind of the same thing with Borderlands 4, just didn't say all that dumb stuff like make FPS great again, and I can't remember what else. It's been a long year. I mean, I think the game was fun overall. It's just I wish it wasn't bogged down by all the stupid stuff that the devs did. But overall, I mean, had potential. The shame didn't go anywhere, and the servers are offline for now. So maybe I'll come back, maybe not. Who knows? In the kindest way possible, I could say, it makes sense why Wolfenstein 3 isn't out. This is Wolfenstein 3. Just happens to be made with Lucasfilm's characters of Indiana Jones, some random woman, and the villain. I don't remember his name. That's such a shame, because I thought he was a great villain. I liked the Giants part of it, even though those fights, the melee combat in this game was bad. I didn't enjoy the melee combat. That was kind of the main thing I didn't really like about this game. Otherwise, I mean, it makes sense why Machine Games isn't working on Wolfenstein 3. I mean, it makes sense, because they just reused all their assets, maybe got rid of the futuristic post-World War II winning of the Shittermans, and just made it, fit with Indiana Jones. It makes sense, but kind of a shame that Wolfenstein 3 is somewhere, I hope. That's always the hope, right? Here was one of two weekly Wednesday series. This one, Hogwarts Legacy. I think there's a few things I didn't like, how you could be in one of the four houses and there's not much to differentiate between the four of them. Because my brother, I think he got into Slytherin, and there's not really much that was done in Slytherin compared to like what I got Hufflepuff, which sucks because it's like you have all these cool houses and they build it up like these four houses would be unique and interesting, but they're just kind of the same. But I mean, the fighting wasn't terrible. I did like all the different spells you can interweave together to definitely mess up some enemies. That was so much fun. I loved picking up an enemy, shooting them, picking them up again, hitting them with a fireball, and then after all that, just to kill them when they have 1 health. Maybe that's completely cruel, but it made the game so much fun. Plus, you had the Hogwarts to explore. I've never been able to explore Hogwarts. Always been something I've wanted to do. There's just a weird cut between like the top and the bottom of that last picture. Kind of weird to look at. Either way, Metro Exodus, out of all three of the Metro games, Last Light, 2033, and Exodus, I will always hold a soft spot for Exodus. Because besides the fact that this game was the first out of the three that I got the good ending, which if this was the easiest game to get the good ending and I couldn't, I have no hope to do something like Metro 2033 or Last Light. Never in 1,000 years I ever would. But I mean, there's a lot of things in this game that was, for my modern brain, was so much easier to comprehend than like the other two games, like the air, I can't think of the air rifle. Instead of pulling up the menu and doing whatever it is, you can hold like the reload button to pump it up. That was super exciting. Plus, I mean, some of the areas in this game where it was dark, and especially the Dead City itself. Ooh, I hated that Dead City. Oh, I hated the librarians is what I think they're called. Those guys absolutely make my blood just go, I don't know how to describe it. Super nervous? I was so nervous during that section. I hate blind enemies. Blind enemies, based on sound, can't do it. Can never do it. It's crazy to think that my introduction to the Ninja Gaiden series was with the remaster of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I mean, I want to go back, play 1, the original 2, 3, and eventually 4, but it may be all out of order because if you know anything about me, I do everything out of order, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty for my brain to understand what's going on. But into like my first actual hack and slash game I can remember, honestly, it was pretty fun. Except for the fact that this game was in the, quote me if I'm wrong, in the early 2000s? No, yes, I know. 90s, I think, I don't know, somewhere in that area. Don't know. Not really sure. I should really fact check that. But some of the early games completion things absolutely ticked me off. There was one where it was like this water dragon where you have to kill every enemy in that place to proceed, and I didn't know that, so I was stuck there for half an hour. It's just one of those instances of old games I hate how some of them are. But Ninja Gaiden 2, overall, it was a sick-ass game. It was super fun all the way through, except for those few little inconsistent spots. I don't really know what to say about Mechabreak. Honestly, the one video I did on it, I thought I like the idea of the game itself. I don't like playing it. I mean, big robots fighting other big robots, cool as fuck, but I had something like Titanfall, and I've never gotten like Titanfall 3. So heartbroken about it, but what can you really do about it? I don't got really much else to say on Mechabreak. It was a game. It was one of those free-to-play games that happened. Remember how I said I play games out of order in the Ninja Gaiden 2 section? Well, I played Space Marine 1 after playing Space Marine 2. I mean, it's something I usually do. I don't know, because I've heard there's a lot of discourse with, the Mastercrafted edition, where it looks way worse than the actual release of the game. Which, I mean, as long as I'm able to play it, experience and make sense what the hell happened in Space Marine 2. I don't really care, but yeah, there's just some weird spots. I was kind of like, the graphics don't look that good for what should be a remaster, but I mean, I got it on Game Pass, so I can't really say much about that, but you know, I could still say what I get on Game Pass wasn't good. But I mean, I thought this game was, you know, just like Space Marine 2. Fun, amazing, and always for the Emperor. What may be considered my game of the year for 2025, Doom the Dark Ages, was peak id Software. Down to become the Slayer in a medieval time, using his shield, using all these medieval-like weapons, like the BFG turned into a crossbow. That thing is kind of crazy to play with. Then you have like the skull weapons. I cannot remember their names. You got the one that shoots horizontally and the one that acts like the chain gun, where you have to wind it up. And the story, yeah, I mean, it's good for the story. I mean, it's good for Doom, but the fact that I got into the cosmic realm, finding the Caco Demon hybrid cosmic thing, seeing the Cosmic Baron, fuck the Acolytes, and not you guys, like the Reaper Acolytes, I mean like the Doom the Dark Ages Acolytes. I hate fighting those guys. Those guys are a bunch of dicks, and it's why I have to go for those guys first. But the whole cosmic realm is the coolest thing, especially for me that read stuff like H.P. Lovecraft and the Necronomicon. It is so cool to see it all. Plus the old ones and everything, and my favorite part of the story itself is after you learn about how the fat guy, the fat maker, is working with the villain of the game, how he betrayed you, Thera, the Sentinels, and all this, and how Slayer just like snapped, because you go through the whole him being dead, breaking out of hell and everything, and the fact that the main objective says punish the guilty. Oh my god! So I was so excited. I was so stoked about this whole thing. Honestly, best game of 2025 so far. Just like Mechabreak, there was only one episode, one video, whatever to this game, and I thought it was fun. Same thing I said with Mechabreak, it's just another free-to-play game, and that's pretty much all we got for Fragpunk. The HD collection, the Devil May Cry, featuring the first game, the best one. The second, godforsaken, should be putting the land dumps next to E.T. on how awful it was. And the third one, which just amplified how great the first one was. Because, I mean, first one, you wanted to go to this, I believe, abandoned castle and whatnot, and you fought all sorts of different enemies. The puppets are such a cool, interesting, common enemy, because it showed how unique this game is. Especially, like, when you're looking at something like where this game was based off of Resident Evil 4 with Leon. Honestly, that's kind of crazy, knowing that Leon was the main inspiration behind Devil May Cry and Dante and this stuff. Crazy. And then you got the second game. To this series. Oh my god. I don't know who the hell even made this one, but they should be ashamed of themselves, because, as I said, the first one started off so high, the second one, I think, nearly killed the series. I don't want to think about it. It was the story pacing, how much it didn't make any sense. You left Lucia alone for 5 seconds and she captured. I don't fucking understand. I hate to think about it. And then the third one, this prequel to the first one, where Dante fights Virgil, which I haven't fought for Virgil. He's a dick. I don't know what to really say that I've already said about the first one. It was awesome. This whole series is just stylishly cool. I know I spoke on Doom the Dark Ages being my game of the year for 2025, but if we're talking about horror games, which is kind of a little iffy right now, between this one and another one I'll get to in the Spooktober part of it, is Still Wakes the Deep was overall a horrific, mysterious, and unknown type of game. Because my favorite part about this is the red herring at the beginning of the game, where it's like, for some reason we can't drill through whatever this thing we're hidden, and the boss is like, I don't care, just do it anyways. And it's like, starts this whole chain of events that was this game. But I wanted to include this. I wanted this particular picture with still weeks deep in Siren's Rest was I want to put them together because Siren's Rest didn't happen until Spooktober. And the fact that I had to go swimming into the BRD and that DLC to figure out what the hell happened, why? There are some things that are best left unanswered, is the way I see it. This DLC just confirmed all my suspicions. It took a while, PlayStation, but we finally got Helldivers 2 on Xbox. When I heard this game was finally coming to Xbox and that little trailer that had the little music note playing from ODST, I knew I had every right to be excited with this game. Because, I mean, hell, I'm still playing it. I'm playing it actively every night before I go to bed. Because, I mean, my favorite fronts to fight on are the bots and the Illuminate, the squids. I cannot stand fighting the bugs. Ashwane, Into the Unjust, that whole DLC, what am I saying? Update. I hate fighting bugs. I hate fighting bugs. Doesn't matter if I'm fighting Tyranids, Terminids, bugs, the weird things from the Fortnite season with all the bugs. I hate fighting bugs. They're all stupid, annoying, unfun, terrible. But finally playing this game on Xbox, realizing that all my ODST dreams are real. Oh my god, it was so exciting. I'm in love with this game. Thank you, Airhud, and thank you, PlayStation, for finally letting this game on PlayStation. I'm an Xbox, whatever station. Xbox. X station. Resident Evil 7 start the Spooktober for 2025. And you know, I don't know why I always start with a Resident Evil game with a new month. I mean, it seems kind of funny, dude, with Resident Evil 4, 2, and 3, all the remakes and all that fun stuff. That was always funny, but for a horror game, for the fact that this one brought the series back to the horror roots of the franchise, that was the right call. Ease myself into what would be Spooktober, and the fact that there's another game that I played after this on stream was this game was a cakewalk compared to what the hell I played next. I know, I keep dragging on what this game is, but I promise you guys it will be the next one I'm talking about. But, Poppy Playtime, I played the first chapter, I think it was Saturday, and then 2, 3, and 4, all the subsequent Saturdays. And, I mean, honestly, my favorite one was chapter 3 by far, because the first one, great chase sequence by Huggy. Oh my god, I hated that whole chase sequence with Huggy. Chapter 2, I didn't really enjoy Chapter 2. There was a few parts that I didn't really like. And the fact that you could see Mommy hanging off the edge at one of the parts near the end, and if you try to look at her, she jump scares you. What a dick. But the actual minigames, the Simon Says one, that one actually I had to really think, because that one really messed with my head. I'm not very good at remembering. Then you had the Whack-A-Wuggy. That one wasn't all too difficult. I mean, seriously, I don't think it was. And then you had the Caterpillar one. That one pissed me off. There was like about 20 attempts you didn't see in the actual Chapter 2 video that I could not get past. I hated it. It wasn't fun. That one sucked all the way through. Then you have Chapter 3, which I think Chapter 3 by far with Catnap. That shitty fucking jump scare he did to me when I was getting the battery in the, can't remember which one it was, where I walked in, grabbed the battery, all happy, and then he looked at me, I looked at him, looked back at the battery, and he jump scared me. I was like, you piece of shit. I was so angry with that one. I'm so angry with him. Plus, I mean, that whole fight, that whole final encounter with him pissed me off, too. Because I didn't really understand it, and which was all my fault, I mean, in retrospect, because XYZ didn't understand it. Yeah, whatever. I hated that fight. Just kidding, it was a super fun fight. Actually made me, look 4 ways, like looking left and right before crossing the street. And the last one, Chapter 4, I'm a little mixed on, because there's parts of it I liked, especially, got the safe haven when you shot that box with a flare gun and that thing jumped out at you. I still remember that. Kind of jumped, it scared me. Should have a little short on it somewhere on my channel. But then you have like Doey, and I did really like fighting the Doctor, even though it felt really inconsistent to fight him. Points he would jump scare you, and he would do like a damage, which didn't really help with the fear factor of him, where I just ran, grabbed all 4 of the batteries, took him out. I was like, oh, that's it? That's kind of lame. I'm a little disappointed by it. Then you had the Dolly one, which I feel terrible for killing Dolly, but it's fight whistle. And especially that chapter 4 ending where they show Huggy returns. We're still waiting on chapter 5 even since this video is being released at the start of the new year. I haven't heard anything, which sucks because I kind of like the plan. I don't know what I'm planning for it. I'm not sure if I'm thinking about doing a whole sit down for it. Because if I am, I'll be replacing one game I haven't gotten to talking yet. As I'm gonna be honest, this is the game I was talking about for the last few games. Cronos the New Dawn. The people who made it behind Silent Hill 2, the blooper team I believe is what they're called, made an absolutely horrifying experience. I fucking don't know what insane messed up mind came up with this whole game, but I hate you so much. Because I think around the hospital section of the game, I had to go take breaks from playing this game. Start taking Tylenol in advance. Because of how headache-inducing and jump-scare-inducing this whole game was. Because it's like, oh, you got done with the little section, jump scare. It's like, oh my god. I hated this whole game because of that. But for a horror game, it did what it sought out to do. Terrified all the way through. I cried a little after I was done. The fact that the ending, the 3 endings itself, killed the Pathfinder, saved the Pathfinder. The 3rd one you get for New Game Plus for you say, you know, fuck you Pathfinder, Veronica, stupid name by the way, as I'm always gonna say. You go take her and whatever else. It's quite an interesting game, and if they're making a trilogy out of this, I'm super excited. Hopefully it does not follow the Dead Space pattern. Where first one's great sir. The second one, fan favorite. Third one, we don't talk about the third one. Ah yes, the game that Randy pitched for decided to, you know, screw over with all of his stupid comments. Thanks, Randy. But to the sequel of Borderlands 3, and there's no shit, or poop, or piss jokes, makes this game infinitely better than the third one. I did really like the third one, but this game, besides a few changes, was overall much better than the third one. Because you have them getting rid of grenades and rocket launchers, so they're in the same slot of the inventory, so you can either have rockets, grenades, or a shuriken. A little iffy on it. I haven't played enough, haven't gone to the end game at the time of recording this, but I thought the story was actually really good. I like the timekeeper. I like the twist what the timekeeper is. The only thing that killed it was Lilith. I was like, oh my god, it's a great game. We all love Zane in this house. Amara, you're pretty awesome too. Lilith, really? And the fact that I had to talk to her, I almost flipped shit. But I don't really know what the end game or anything else is looking like, because, you know, as I said, I haven't gone to it. I've only completed the story, and I do really enjoy how this game plays a lot. It's just I'm a little iffy on Unreal 5, but that's just preferences to me. After I completed Hogwarts Legacy, The Witcher 3 was next on my list because 1, I wanted to play the game, and 2, I didn't get that far in my 2 attempts of me playing the game a few years ago. So the story is still unraveling as we speak, but I wanted to mention it, say that finding Siri and everything, the whole point of this game, and where I am at, hopping between dimensions and doing all that stuff was insane, and I think there was a Cyberpunk type reference in there, even though this game came out 2015. I like to think in my head canon that Siri and Avalok traveled to Cyberpunk at some point. Think it'd be funny, but story's unraveling. Can't say much on it currently, so it's kind of all I got for this one. Out of all the images I wanted for Battlefield 6, this was the only one that worked. I don't know why I got the black background, white text. I'm fucking tired of Microsoft products. Oh wait, I meant this should be the Battlefield 6 one. Then Red Stack. You know, I don't really play, I'm not a Battlefield type of person, but the fact that it was either $70, no, 60, 70, don't remember how much, either for this one, or Call of Duty Black Ops 7, you know, well, you can already tell what the choice I went with. Battlefield 6 was a far better choice than Black Ops 7 by a long mile. Now, the only thing I'm a little iffy on is it's EA, because I don't know how they're going to screw this game, but, you know, it's EA, and if they can at least keep it a good product, it's gonna far outweigh the negatives, I hope. But then you got something like Red Sect, the Battle Royale mode, where I don't know what to say. It's a Battle Royale mode. I don't really care for it. I mean, the main one I do play is Fortnite, and that's kind of it. But the thing I do like about Red Sect, that Gauntlet mode, that one is some good shit. I like that Gauntlet mode. Because, I mean, 8 teams, first round, 4 teams, 2, and then 1. Honestly, I think it's the best one. I think this is the best mode in Red Sect so far. Well, I guess we have made it to the last game of 2025. Devil May Cry 4, I don't know how to say it, but I keep saying it every time, but it was awesome, phenomenal, sick, crazy. I gotta beat up an old priest in this game. I don't care what anyone says, instantly. Awesome. That was just, it was funny when it happened. Not just as Nero, but as Dante. And all the cool, wacky shit that this game did, especially Dante being, Dante, was awesome. Because you had all the moments where you were going back, you killed the She-Vipper, he went a little crazy with it, but my favorite was when he got Lucifer, did the little heart on the tomb, and then threw the flower at the shard, needle, whatever, blade in the middle of the heart, broke it. That was awesome. And my second favorite one, which is ridiculous, was when he threw his brother's sword, the Yamato, I think it's what it's called, and he got stuck in the Savior's chest. He shot a few bullets at it, and the bullets stayed together like it was a magnet. I was like, sure, whatever the hell. Whatever. But I love this game. I love the whole Devil May Cry series. I mean, I just got the reboot and 5 left. Well, I know I said Devil May Cry 4 was the last game I played. Well, we do have some honorable mentions, which includes Fortnite with Chapter 6, that event, the whole superhero stuff, Marvel Rivals, Minecraft, with me starting Wraithlands, actually figuring out what I want the series to be. So, I mean, wasn't much, just honorable mention, so what I got for this one. As 2025 comes to a close, we have a lot to look forward to in 2026. First one is finishing up the Devil May Cry series with the reboot in 5. And afterwards, I haven't decided which one will be first, but it's either going to be the Tomb Raider series with the first game all the way up till whatever the most recent release is, or we're going to do Call of Duty, and oh boy, I'm a little worried about that one. So, my accolades, that's all I got for you today, so thank you very much for listening to me talk about the games I played for 2025, and if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again very soon for this new year, my acolytes. Have a great one, and take care.